Hello YouTube, Damo_23 here, and welcome back to another episode of Leicester Reborn. In today's episode, it is the Champions League final against PSG, and we're playing in England at Old Trafford. If you enjoy the episode, give it a like, do subscribe to the YouTube channel. Our beta save for next year will of course be a Spurs save, as we look to replicate our idol Ange, a man that is taking the Premier League by storm. With that being said though, let's focus up on what has been a fantastic save and the potential that this could be the last in-game episode of the save, of course, as well. With this being said, we've also got to show you that we've won the Premier League again. We are still the best team in England by a mile, and well, PSG are going to be a formidable force. So first things first, we have a look here. We are champions finishing on 96 points. It's actually the lowest amount of points, or tied lowest amount of points. No, it's not. We got 86 here where we can become champions. I'm talking smoke. But yeah, look, it was a good year. We were doing okay. I got nothing really to show too much about it. It's the Premier League. We now get to a stage where we're really, really good. I will say we had an expected goals of 103 though this season. We underperformed. Probably why Velez has had probably not his worst performing season in front of goal in the Prem, but not his most clinical. In the end of the day though, we were always winning the Prem and doing things that we needed to do. Since we last met though, we did lose a game in the Premier League. I did rotate after the FA Cup final, which we did win against Spurs after knocking him out of the Champions League. So another FA Cup trophy to add to the trophy cabinet. That is now 3 in the last 5 years, including 4 in the save in general. It's a pretty good and successful run. But yeah, we dominated Spurs. We won 3-0. It was pretty fantastic. I was very, very happy. 3.52 XG. We looked absolutely amazing. We then obviously lost the Leeds 2-0 fully rotating before beating Middlesbrough on the final day. So that's kind of all you guys have to note about that. I want to speak more about Champions League, where we've been, where we've come from, and is today the day we brought some wrongs from a couple of years ago. So let's go all the way back to our first Champions League, appearance. We made the semi-final. We lost to Real Madrid. Now, in these two Real Madrid games, if you go all the way back, and what was a fantastic run, and we really did think, oh my God, we're going to do what I did with Fulham. First year, season 3 in the Champions League, win it. Which was incredible that we did that at Fulham on stream last season. Drew 0-0 in a game that we dominated against Real Madrid. Got a red card in the 69th minute. Honestly, think without this red card, we'd probably still find a way to score one late. Because we really should have been 2 or 3-0 up in the first leg. We then copped the red card here and lost 3-0. To be fair, we were 2-0 down in 4 minutes, in between 4 minutes of 2 goals, 21st and 25th. But yeah, it was one of those ones where you really felt that if we were clinical, we could have made a Champions League final in season 3. And it is a big thing that we kind of said. Throughout this save, there has been just these big moments in the Champions League where out of nowhere, we just don't know how to put the ball in the back of the net. We've even seen it in parts of this season where we've been a little bit maybe more lucky that we haven't been against super duper quality. But yeah, it is what it is. Look at the teams we did play though in season 3, our first season in the Champions League. Dortmund, United, Real Madrid. So baptism of fire. It was pretty cool. The next season after that, we got knocked out by Bayern again, but we don't really need to recap that one. It wasn't a deeper run. And then the year after that, Bayern Munich in that very fateful final. We can't watch the goals here, but obviously go back and watch the episode. I've got really, really angry, really, really mad. In a nutshell, we played well. We weren't clinical. If we weren't clinical, you never know what would have happened. But the match engine kind of just told us to go jump off the ship and jump off a cliff, and you're not allowed to win this one. If you guys do remember, Musiala chipped Meslier, and it was about Melier's head height, and he kind of ran, forgot the ball was there, ran under the ball, and then tried to dive backwards. We also have not conceded playing out from the back since that day. So yeah, the only time I've really conceded playing out from the back was in the Champions League final because Jose Marshall wanted to pass the ball to their striker instead of to our fullback, and a penalty that was very suspect as well. So, there's 3 goals there that we really shouldn't have conceded, and if we were clinical, yet again, I say the word clinical, we probably would have been European champions. The season after that, we made the Champions League final back-to-back. That is correct. Look at the teams we knocked out to get here. Slapped up Atletico, nearly screwed the pooch against Real Madrid in that second leg. Yet again, not clinical. And nearly threw it away. And then we played an absolutely storming tie against Bayern Munich. The first leg won in 1-0. Great rearguard action and a 3-3 draw that I still rate as probably the best game that we have witnessed in the terms of drama or in terms of the game being watched. And it was amazing. It was nice to make it. Then look, this Champions League final, as much as I think we probably did enough to win it, it was also a Champions League final that, looking at the stats, you're happy to lose it. I will say yet again, there is times where you have 19 shots, 10 on target, and 2.75 XG where you should be more clinical. When I'm looking for clinicalness, when on 2.75 XG, I'm looking for 3-4 goals. And then I go, okay, we're clinical. And if we were clinical, we would have won it. And look, I will say, yes, deflected goal, late doors that goes in. It's always a bitter taste in your mouth. Out of the 2 Champions League finals we lost, this one here, I can live with a little bit more because it was an even game of football. It wasn't like the match ended and said, no, you're not allowed to win this one today. It was just one of those ones. I will say, the man up top in Velez in 2 Champions League finals has not scored. And it always seems to be, even though his thing says, oh, look, he's a consistent performer and, he's very nice and whatever, he doesn't seem to like a big game. It's always been someone in and around a bit deeper that has always seemed to bail us out. As you can see here, it was Kevin Turam as captain who put us on his shoulders and said, I'm going to just drag you over the line here. And he really did try. But he had no help from Hassan, Smith Rowe, Velez. At least had a decent day, but nothing really great. If you look at this team, though, and compare it to where we are now, we have definitely got a better side, and Velez is more developed. And hopefully today he will lead us to the Champions League. As you can see, he got knocked out by Barcelona last year, quarter-final, and then here we are in the Champions League, where we have gone on an amazing run. I really do think we're one of the best teams in the world. I really do think that we were arguably favourites for the competition when we got to the quarterfinals, and I really do think we probably should have won the Champions League already in this save. However, it's not happened. We've got PSG, who have got a man up front that we know very well that's played for us in the Champions League, and Luis Guilherme Silva. He's got 11 starts, 11 off the bench with 11 goals. We sold him for 161 million, 197 million in total. He's still looking fantastic, huh? And I would imagine they got some really world-class players doing Mbappe and stuff, which they do, which we'll have a look at. Let's go and have a look how PSG have got here this season, and then we'll get into this game, and we'll see if we're going to be European champions or not. So, they drew to Liverpool in the league phase before beating Atlanta, losing the Rangers away, drawing to Cologne, beating Madrid and Dortmund, Spurs, and about to get through the league phase in 6th spot. So automatically through. They beat Barcelona 4-2 and 3-1 in a goal fest. As you can see here, Mbappe scoring a hat-trick in the first leg and a hat-trick in the second leg and 2 in the first leg at the Nou Camp. Knocking out Sevilla pretty comfortably before playing Liverpool, where they drew 0-0 at home and beat Liverpool 1-1 in a penalty shootout. Donnarumma went ballistic. As you can see here, Liverpool probably very unlucky to not be in the Champions League final. I'm actually kind of glad, because if I had to play Liverpool again in another final, our record's pretty horrid against them, I probably would have lost. At least this way, I can look at this and go, it's not bad. Have a look at that team, though. Silva, Buonanotte grows fantastic on FM. Mason Mount, Salcedo, and Declan Rice, 2 guys worth over 100 mil in real life. Mendes and Hakimi with Mark Guay, who grows outrageous. Vital's pretty good. Marquinhos is not bad. Donnarumma's world class. Martinelli was off the bench. Emery's still here. Vittina's still here. Patrunio we used in Glory Hunter very well. And Mbappe didn't play, which makes no sense, but sure. Alright, let's get into this. I am so keen for this one. Alright, now, Manuel Ugarte is not fit. He's back fit in a few days' time, so he's not going to play today. With that being said, it means Reyes is going to play the ball-winning midfielder role. I actually will move him into defensive midfielder, deeper line playmaker. He much prefers the role. And when we do watch the game in the match engine, the DLP on defend does very well, same as the ball-winning midfielder. So I'm happy to do that. Outside of that, I have got Lavia and Thuram both on the bench. I normally wouldn't. But the main reason for doing that is mainly because I believe that we are good enough to, not Yaya. Kind of makes. Is mainly we are good enough to be ahead. I know that they've been a big staple of this side, but haven't played many minutes. Like the last Ogbu coming through, we've got some youngsters out on loan that are ball-winning midfielders, etc. We got Reyes, Bellingham, Manuel Ugarte ahead of all of Thuram and Lavia. So they haven't played many minutes. It'd be nice to be up and winning in this game and give 2 guys who have been fantastic in the early part of this save a chance to be on the pitch when we win the Champions League. Our former captain, that in obviously Kefren Thuram, who scored a brace a couple of years ago. It'd be nice to give them a bit of a parting gift if we can. All right, Champions League final time. Look at the team. You know this team very, very well. It's Meslier in goal, who I think is going to have an amazing game for us to win the Champions League. Our best player by a mile is Sam Carter. One of the best fullbacks I've ever used. Unfortunately, there was a guy called Danny Lovett that I used over in 1860, who was basically the Trent Alexander-Arnold regen, who was even better going forward. So with that being said, Sam Carter's not the best ever fullback I've used at right back, but he's very, 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 very close. Tomori's Tomori. This is his last season with me. Even if we don't win this and the save continues, he will be gone. And Rafael Naudi came in this season after selling Skriniar. He's been fantastic. He's a colossus at the back, super duper physical. Hopefully has a great game. Livramento well as left back is fantastic and hopefully will do the job. So we know about Reyes. Bellingham's Bellingham. We brought him in just for this. We said last year when we didn't get through against Barca, it's okay. We got Jude Bellingham coming in. He's world class. He loves a big game. He'll get us to a Champions League final and hopefully win one for us. And there we are. And then the front four, it's an infamous one of Elise, who is fantastic. Look how good he is. Smith Rowe in the hole, who, look, I could play Fuller. Smith Rowe deserves his start. He might be getting to the stage where we sell Smith Rowe on to maybe fun like Billport getting through the team. Asan, who's had a lot of interest. And to be quite fair, out of everybody, I'm open to selling him because we got better options maybe coming through in Garcia and, of course, in Yaya, who maybe impact the game a little bit more. And then, of course, up front, it's a man who's having a slow year by his standards, but I mean slow. 15 and 28, 33 and 33, 43 and 36. Only 31 goals this season, but, in the continental games, he's got 18 in 17. That includes the Club World Cup. So he's not had his best a year, but if there's ever a time for Velez to go popping off, it's right now, and look how good he is. He's a much better player than where he was when we played the last two Champions League finals, where he was a bit more of a kid. He's now 22, approaching his prime. The only thing I would say is he did drop in pace or acceleration slightly, but he still was world class. He is by far one of my favourite strikers I've ever used on Football Manager, and there he is. Let's get into it. Our bench is stacked. Hopefully things go right here today. It is PSG. It is Leicester City. It's our Old Trafford, which is a massive plus for us. In England, we've got the home ground advantage because we're in our home nation, and we've played and won at Old Trafford in the league against Man United before. Donnarumma's world class. If we need him to have a bad game, it never happens though. Marquinhos at right back is getting slow. He's 36 years of age. He's the one we got to target. Velez has got to pin himself on him and spin him. We got to get Asan running at him and Elise running at him, and even Smith Rowe if we could. Vitale though is quick enough at 30. Mark Guehi is world class at 29. Hakimi is Hakimi. He's still fantastic. Vitina is, also at 30, looks fantastic. Declan Rice is Declan Rice. What an elite midfielder at 31. And Nuno Mendes is going to cause us issues on the overlapping full-back role. Mason Mount, even in real life, getting a lot of stick for his Man United start to his career, but look, fantastic on Football Manager. Bonanotte grows into an absolute monster on FM. As you can see there, the physicals and the well-roundedness. And Silva edges out Mbappe, which is interesting to me. But yeah, Luis Guilherme Silva, look how good you are, son. I really do miss you at times as well. Let's have a look at this bench. Firstly, it's not the actual Mbappe, so there we go. Kylian must be injured. I would say Kylian is injured. Let's go and have a look here. Because he is still their most important player. Mbappe, he's got a slight injury. He would have been back within 6 to 2 weeks. I would have just chucked him on the bench just in case. So Mbappe's injured. Martin Brunner we had at Glory Hunter. Same with Emery. Two guys that are absolute goats in my sort of saves. Moses Caicedo, very, very, very fantastic. And they've even got Kelly as a backup. He's a very strong backup. So a very strong team. But no Mbappe, which is huge. Old Trafford. It's theatre of dreams. It's a place that I don't particularly like in real life being a Liverpool fan, but oh, can we please dream of a Champions League win and may it come to fruition. It is time. Is it going to be third time lucky, or is it going to be more heartbreak in this silly competition for big old ears? In some saves, you just win it first time and you always seem to win it. And in some saves, it's just a curse. And in this save, it has definitely been more of a curse than it has been of anything else. It's PSG, the infamous PSG colours. They are fantastic side to side. That is steeped in history. And we, of course, Leicester City Football Club, are a side that are striving for our first. Let's get into it. Away we go. Hopefully today is our day. Donnarumma plays out there to Mark Guehi. They're playing five at the back, so they should be playing out very, very well here. Nuno Mendes with a ball into Bonanotte. Ball inside, picked off by Reyes. Very well done. Ball to Velez. He hasn't scored in the Champions League final, and he still hasn't. Unlucky. I'm going to leave Reyes in as the ball-winning midfielder as well, by the way. I'm going to just leave it, see what happens. Very well won on the press there, but no goal. As things stand though, for 40% possession, but 5 shots to no shots. So PSG without a effort yet after 17 minutes. We need to make this count. Every Champions League final, we haven't made the early domination count. We need to make this count. Reyes driving, looks for Elise. It's a great ball. Elise now running at people. Nuno Mendes brought him down. I don't think that was in the box. Unfortunately, this is going to be outside. I would love it to be in the box and Vélez can just shake that monkey off of scoring in the Champions League final. If he could, Donnarumma would probably save it, let's be honest. But here we go. Was it inside, referee? It's outside, unfortunately. So, look, 18 minutes in, signs are good. Signs are really good 18 minutes in. But no goal. At least had to whip one back stick. Do we win the header? Reyes! Oh, Donnarumma, what a world-class save. And that's the thing. Goalkeepers seem to have amazing games against us too. And, well, Donnarumma, he is a man that is probably arguably the best in the save. And, well, a world-class save at the back stick from Donnarumma. And it is still 0-0 thanks to the Italian international. And, well, is it just not going to be our day again? Who knows? Donnarumma goes into Marquinhos, who chips out to Hakimi. Hakimi now, as we look to go press, finds Mason Mount. Back to Marquinhos. This is the guy where we need to press. Declan Rice, Silva, Buonanotte, Silva. This is dangerous. Now he wins. Reyes now, and he's a good ball. Smith Rowe, Bellingham now. Can he find a runner? Finds Carter. Elise's down the line. Highlight still going here. Elise now. Can he cut one? Back to Carter. Early ball in. Hassan's there. We lead 1-0 in the Champions League final. 20 minutes in, we finally, after 3 attempts, make early domination count in the UCL final. And it is Hassan at 6'4". If it's not Vélez that gets you in the air, it's usually Hassan. He's had a very quiet year, to be fair to him. But Donnarumma can't bail PSG out this time. And only 30 seconds or so after his world-class save, he is beat. And look at the stats after 23 minutes. PSG are having the ball, but we have got great counter-pressing moments. And 8 shots 4 plays 2 shots 1, and we lead 1-0. Here we go, boys. Here we go. Time ticks away here. 40 minutes played. We get towards half-time. And it is 1-0. We are 45 minutes away from finally winning this competition. Will we, though? There's still lots of time. Livramento wins the ball. Hassan inside to Reyes. He's having a fantastic game. Naudi. Livramento. Good run from Hassan. Marquinhos isn't quick enough to get there. Donnarumma saves. Should have cut it, to be fair. It was pretty goal-hungry from Hassan. Smith Rowe, though. Bellingham. Hassan. Livramento. Hassan made a second run as the ball backs into Elise. Volleys wide. It would have been offside anyway against Elise. 49 minutes played. We've been the better side. Carter now. Ball inside here. Instead, he looks channeled to Elise and could have taken a touch or anything and flicked it straight to Donnarumma. So, not the smartest move. They go long. We should win this in the air easily. Tomori does. Carter now. Bumps one out there to look Marquinhos. Donnarumma now thumps away. We're forcing PSG long. It's great. Naudi wins. Reyes has got time. Flicks it into Smith Rowe. Good ball to Hassan. Livramento. Back to Naudi. Reyes. Naudi. Good driving from the Italian international centre-back. Tomori. Carter. Elise pulling wide. Here we go. We've got overlaps. It's a ball out to Hassan. Numbers queuing in the box. Cuts it. Smith Rowe. Donnarumma again. If it wasn't for the PSG keeper in there, we would be leading by a couple. 2 XG in a Champions League final. Only 1 goal. The clinicalness is the issue. 63 minutes played. Both Bellingham and Reyes are dead. Carter, dead. It's not the greatest position to be in. I don't want to take him off because they're having Stormers. Or maybe not Bellingham. Am I really taking Bellingham off in a Champions League final? I am. Look, lads. I'm going to the experience too. Lavia has been here for a long while and has played in some big games for us. And Thuram scored 2 in a Champions League final. So, boys, go out there and prove your worth. Well, not prove your worth, you've proven your worth. Go out there and just do it again. Now, Carter is dead, but he's having a fantastic game. So I don't want to take him off. Vélez is having another stinker in the Champions League final, what's new. But here we go. 16 shots, 8. Actually, a 2.1. Smith Rowe looks dead. I'm going to take him off for Fuller, because I think that's a big move to make. Elise for Lynch as well could be an option. Carter wins that one. He's having a world-class game as Sam Carter. Ball in. Hassan, we head wide. Look at the chances. Donnarumma's pulled off a couple big saves. We've put a couple wide. Hassan's put one wide there. And we've had Vella's put one wide. Elise's going to come for Lynch. And Fuller's going to come in for Smith Rowe. Fresh legs here. We've really been dominant. And I want to keep those fresh legs going. My only issue is if PSG do score, we've taken off a couple of penalty takers there. But we can't think about that. 80 minutes played. We have dominated. And it's still 1-0 only. Vitina. Viteo. Jurlet. Deflected cross. Naudi wins. Hassan now. Lavia. Good ball back there to Melier. Thumps one long looking for Lynch of all people. Should have been looking for Velez. And here come PSG. Bonanotte. Silva. Vitina. Soler. Moments. Hits from distance. That's over the bar. That's fine. That's PSG's first foul at the 81st minute. But it just goes to show, if you don't score your goals, what the hell are you going to do? Time ticks away. 88 minutes. It's a highlight. We don't know if I wanted to see one, to be fair. And they're on the break here. Bonanotte is on the break. Good tackle. Lavia. Tamori. Fuller, the Australian. Playing in the Champions League final. Good on ya. Hassan. Turns his man. He's had a pretty good game. Back to Livramento. Lavia. Livramento. Whips one looking for Hassan. Flick on. Velas is offside by a mile. Wouldn't even bother, boys. Wouldn't even bother. He's offside by a mile. Velas finally scores in the Champions League final when it's offside. Off by a mile. There's not long left in this. I'm going to make a slight tweak. Just wing back on defend and a wing back on defend, please. Just don't move. Hassan for Yaya as well. Now, the main reason for this one is Marquinhos is on that side if he's still on the park. He is. And he's the slowest out the lot. So may as well target him with Yaya, who's very direct. Even though it shouldn't matter too much. 91st minute. Declan Rice. Vitina. Yaya doesn't win. Marquinhos. Soler. It's now or never for PSG. Jurlet. Ball in. Tamori wins. Livramento keeps it in play. Back to Naudi. Livramento. Well played out, boys. We're still playing our football in the 91st minute. Finds Fuller. Lavia. Gives it to Yaya. This is the whole reason we brought him on. To run at Marquinhos. Take him to the cleaners with his 6 pace. Gets to the byline. Cuts it. Lavia's got time. Lavia. Kept for him to run. Lavia finds Livramento. Is it now? Is it our time? Livramento in the box. Lavia cuts it. Lynch. Fuller. Somehow it doesn't go in. It's all cleared off the line. There is 30 seconds left in the Champions League final. We lead 1-0. Thuram runs. Gets in the box. Loses it. Ball goes long. Silva wins. It could be disaster. Thuram wins again. Falls back to him. It's Silva. It's Tufferet. This would be heartbreaking if this goes in, this highlight. Viteo now. Goes inside. Ball should be cleared by Carter. Tamori. Chips one away. Lynch doesn't get on that. Now he does. Fuller now. Finds Yaya. On the break we go. Here we go. Is it all over now, referee? It should be. 3rd minute of added time is up. We're going to be European champions finally. It wasn't convincing, but it's a win and it doesn't matter. Carter, with his time on the ball. Waste your time, son. Referee, where is your whistle? We have finally won the Champions League final. And after a Champions League final where if it wasn't for Donnarumma, we would have won about 4 goals. We win 1-0 and the UCL is coming home and going to be part of the cabinet. What a fantastic side and a fantastic win. Velez lifts the trophy, not like he did anything today. He has a big issue, does Velez? In Champions League finals, he doesn't know how to score. It's a bit of an issue. Before the Champions League finals, the best striker in the world. Maybe because it's a defence that just focuses on him. Maybe. But in the end, the 6'7" man has his trophy aloft on top of his head. It was a great performance from the whole entire team. I'll be interested to see who got man of the match here today. It is Sam Carter who got the assist and looked fantastic at the back. Look at the numbers up front though. Elise 6.6, Fuller 6.5, Velez 6.4, Lynch off the bar 6.7. It's not great. Look, Lavia and Thuram, 2 war horses. I say war horses, they're 29, but compared to everyone else we got in the football club, they're old. He comes in and just sits in there. And there we go. Naudi, fantastic. Livramento, fantastic. Carter, fantastic. Tamori wins the Champions League in his last season with us. Melier's Melier. Look at this, though. 20 shots, 8 on target, 2.99 XG, and we only won 1-0. But it is a Champions League final. We have won it, and it doesn't matter by hook or by crook. If you get it done in the UCL final, you go and celebrate, and we definitely will. Lads, that was special. We finally done it. It's amazing. I'm going to go find Velez anyway because it was pretty poor, and we've got to keep him up to standard. But that was a fantastic one. We do a quintuple, but that's because we won the Community Shield, the Cabaret Cup, the FA Cup, the Champions League, and the Cabaret Cup, FA Cup, Community Shield, Cabaret Cup. That's in order. FA Cup, Premier League, Champions League. Yeah, we won all 5 competitions we were part of. I've never done that on FM. There you go. That's brilliant. With that being said, those guys, it's done. I'm happy. You're happy. This is probably the last episode of the save. I'm going to continue to play it. So if you've got the link down below to watch me on Twitch, even though I've been mainly focusing on, obviously, my more poker grind, I definitely would follow that link, though, because when the beta comes out for the new FM, I'll definitely be on it. And then definitely once the new FM comes out as well, we'll definitely be doing days where some days are poker and some days are football manager. And we'll definitely get some streams out there for FM, of course, as well. It's part of my DNA to be streaming Football Manager, so I won't be too much of a break, I think, from this game on the Twitch stream. With that being said, though, links down below. Thank you for watching. What a fantastic season. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you, and goodbye.